Everyone's all over it now. But what I'm trying to do is not.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the final part of the series that I've been running in January. And today's topic is about how hypnosis and rapid transmissional therapy can be used in helping us build our wealth. What that typically looks like for many of us is you're probably someone who either is wanting to negotiate a better salary, looking for a better offer package, or perhaps you are an entrepreneur or a business owner who's looking to generate consistent revenue or generate more revenue in your business. Or perhaps you're someone who is looking at a side project, a multiple source of income. You're looking at another passion project. Whatever that case is, we're all in this to build our wealth. And today I wanted to go live and talk about how we can use hypnosis to actually help with wealth building. Like, what's the correlation? I get this a lot. And so I thought that I'll come online and explain. So before I go into how hypnosis and rapid transformational therapy can help you in building your wealth, I want to first of all touch upon what hypnosis actually means and and how we can leverage that. So when you talk about hypnosis or any method like that requires you to be in a super relaxed state of mind, we often can conjure up images which are portrayed by the social media or media about a man in the pocket watch or people dropping like flies on stage. And so we have a certain perception about it. But there's many forms of hypnosis. There's the stage hypnosis, and there's also conversational hypnosis. So the method that I'm trained in is called rapid transformational therapy that works on your mindset, your money mindset, and it uses hypnosis as a tool to access a deeper part of your mind. And I'll explain that a bit later. So, in a nutshell, first of all, hypnosis is actually quite normal. And we go into this state many times a day. So, if you've been watching a movie and you go completely engrossed in it, you kind of gone into a few moments of hypnosis or light trance. If you have been doing activity and you've suddenly lost awareness of what you are doing and where you are, you've gone into a moment of trance, like trance or hypnosis. If you've walked into a room and you have had no memory of it, then you've gone again into that light moment of trance. Or you've picked up something in your hand and you're like, I can't remember where I picked this. That's hypnosis, that's light trance. And there's a part of your mind, there's a deeper part of your mind which is at play, which is helping you efficiently do something, but you just don't have any memory of. And that's often how we go in and out. We also go in and out of this light trance hypnotic state just before we go to bed. It's that state when we are asleep, but we are not asleep. We are listening, but we're not listening. We're kind of drifting into sleep, but we're also slightly tuned out, but yet tuned in into our surroundings. So that's what it feels like. You don't lose control. Now, many people ask me, like, do you lose control? No, you don't lose control. You are in control. It feels like having a conversation with your eyes closed and you're super, super relaxed. And you're no longer thinking about what's in the fridge, what do you need to do next? And you're just present. And you're more intuitive and you're more in tune with what's happening within you. So that's kind of, I wanted to just give an introduction as to what that is, what the common perceptions are, what it feels like on a day-to-day basis, and what actually it is when clients have sessions with me and experience the process with me. So how can we use it to build our wealth? Now, we all have unconscious beliefs or hidden blind spots. Now, all of us have, to some degree, some form of blind spots, things that we're not aware of. And they're showing up in our workplace, they're showing up in our business, they're showing up in our relationships, whether we are aware of them or not. Now, there's two parts of our mind. There is a mind, which is our conscious mind, and there's another part of the mind, which is the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is responsible for our decision making, our willpower, our voluntary movements, like moving a hand up and down. And that constitutes 5% of our mind. And then there's another greater part of the mind, which is the subconscious mind, which is the 95% of our mind. And that is responsible for our involuntary actions like breathing, our nervous system. When we learn how to brush teeth as kids, that goes into long-term memory. That's part of the subconscious. And things like riding a bike. So all of that goes into our subconscious. And the reason why we have this split is because there are some actions that we do on repeat. They need to be on autopilot. So breathing, it needs to happen on autopilot because our survival depends on it. And so it's for efficiency. When we learn how to brush our teeth or learn how to ride a bike, we don't have to think about it. We just do it on autopilot. So it makes us efficient. Imagine having to wake up every morning and learning how to drive a car or how to ride your bike. It doesn't work like that, right? It's not efficient. And so a lot of these behaviors become automatic. So they become our habits and our behaviors. The conscious part, it only needs to make decisions on a day-to-day basis, like what should I eat? Is this dangerous or is it safe? These type of decisions. So you don't need a huge part of your brain to be making those decisions. And that's why the conscious is responsible for 5% and our subconscious is responsible for 95% of the brain. When it comes to wealth, our subconscious brain is recording everything that we are listening, hearing, experiencing from our environment, from our parents, from school, from culture, from society. Since the day we are born, because when children are born, when babies are born, they don't have logic, they don't have a conscious mind. Their mind is purely subconscious and it's wired for survival. Survival meaning food and safety, right? And so when we are children, how our beliefs are formed is by hearing what's happening around our surroundings. So just as we learned how to brush teeth, we were shown how to brush teeth, we learned it, it went to a deep-term memory. If you were growing up in an environment where there was scarcity around money or wealth, you were automatically absorbing those messages unconsciously without you having any logic to process it. So a scenario is if you heard your parents say, we can't afford this, this is only for rich people like us don't make that much money, you internalize that belief, you take it to be true, you don't question it because you don't have a conscious mind or logical mind to reason with it. You don't need that decision-making function. So you just internalize it, you take it in. The same happens if your parents are arguing over money. So if they're arguing constantly over money and you heard that, then you formed an internalized a belief that money causes stress in the relationship. And what happens is that by the age of 5, when the brain starts to develop further, you form opinions or beliefs about yourself, about your own sense of self and your capabilities by what you've been hearing from your parents about you. If they said, good girl, good boy, quite a lot, then your brain is learning, okay, when I do this, I get this reward, so I should continue to do this, and so on and so forth. So you're also forming beliefs about money at the same time. So by the age of 5, you have learned everything about yourself, you form belief about yourself, your relationships with others, about money, about love, self-esteem, all of that. Usually by the age of 5, maximum 7. So because it's purely subconscious brain, your brain is absorbing everything that it's being given, everything that it's being fed. And so now you've got these set of beliefs. Let's say you've acquired a belief that, money doesn't grow on trees or rich people are greedy or don't be greedy, Then imagine now when you have this belief in your subconscious, how you show up when you need a pay rise, when you have this belief that don't be greedy, you're being greedy. Think about you are a businessman or a businesswoman or even, in corporate and you want bigger salary because you want more money and you want to start a new business as well on the side, or you want more revenue in your business. When you have a belief, don't be greedy, how do you think unconsciously you might be making decisions about your business, about what you're asking for? And that's what I hear day in, day out with the clients that I work. These beliefs are so deep in our subconscious, they're so deep, they become so automatic that we lose awareness of them and they become our blind spots. And we all have them. So how rapid transformational therapy and hypnosis helps is by accessing this part of your mind, which has all these beliefs, and they're playing on autopilot. Using hypnosis, hypnosis is simply a tool to access this part of your mind so we can visit where these money beliefs were formed. Don't be greedy. Don't ask for too much. Don't be pushy. You're making this mean about money. And when we go there and we delete them and we interrupt these behaviors and beliefs and we install new beliefs in the subconscious, the result is really fast and it's long lasting, almost permanent, because we're not reasoning with the 5% conscious. We're actually going into the 95% of the subconscious brain and rewiring that pattern at root. It's very much like root cause analysis. We're getting to the root. Our conscious brain holds all our dreams and aspirations and goals. I want to write a book. I want to have multiple sources of income. I want to 10x or 20x, my business revenue. I want to have an extremely senior role, whatever that is for you. So that goal is in your conscious mind. But if your subconscious belief is don't be greedy, don't make it about money, who are you to ask for that? It's going to put a brakes on your actual behavior. So when you're actually in a room where you have to pitch, you have to ask for funds, you have to ask for money, your body is going to freeze. If the words just won't come out, or they'll come out mumbled, or they just won't come out. And this is what I hear from many women that I work with, is that they know what to do. They've got their dreams. They're very driven. They're very motivated, very ambitious, but the follow through isn't there. The actions aren't there. And this is how hypnosis and rapid transmissional therapy, the tools I use, can help you access those money beliefs, those personal blocks that are actually stopping you, holding you back from going after what you want. So that's how it works. So what typically happens is you would have a consult with me, and then I would explain you the process, how we can access these memories and create results for you. I've got 2 spots available right now for an audit call. And if this has spoken to you and this feels like that is something could be for you, whether you're suffering from procrastination or you're just feeling stuck in general, you want to build multiple sources, but you're not quite there yet. You have lots of things to do, but you don't know where to focus. You don't know something's blocking you, something's holding you back. Then this is right for you. I invite you to have a 1 hour, 60-minute, up to 90 minutes, a diagnostic call with me. I invite you to do that. And what we'll do in this time is watch this video on repeat or on replay if you want to, or just go ahead and book a call. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at what is currently working, what you're doing right now, what's working, what is not working, and then identify your personal blockers, because what's true for one is not true for the other. So we'll identify your personal blockers and then look at an action step. This is a no pressure call. There's no pressure call. We just simply do a diagnostic, and if it feels right, then we take it to the next step. But if it doesn't, you get a diagnostic. So if you're curious about how hypnosis and rapid transmission therapy and my Rewire method can actually help you, because what I've done is I've combined rapid transmissional therapy with hypnotherapy into embodiment to get really good results to my clients. So if this is something that speaks to you and you're interested in finding out a bit more information, perhaps you don't want a diagnostic call, you just want to have a chat, that's fine too. But I'm offering 2 places for a diagnostic call if you're interested in finding out how this can be of help to you, and also understand what your blockers are right now and how to take that next step. So hopefully you found this useful. I keep these sessions to 15 minutes so they are digestible in a digestible format. So if this has spoken to you and if you're interested, just DM me. You can just DM me audit, the word audit, in my DMs, and I will get back to you with the next steps. I'll also probably most likely drop a link into the comments with my link to a link to my diary, and we can have a conversation via there. So I hope you have a lovely Friday and take care.